very first episode of the weekly DisWiz Dollars show titled The Wonderful World of Dollars, where on DisWiz Dollars we go over theme parks, Disney, Universal, toy collecting without going broke. So, in today's episode, I'm super excited to go over this topic. I'm showing you how $5 a day invested can turn into almost $200,000 through compound interest. Stay tuned. If this is your first time here, I'm Carson, also known as the DisWiz of DisWiz Dollars. So, super excited about today's episode because it shows how small little steps can help you achieve great things. And the best part is I'm doing this all by myself. No sponsors, no nothing. Start with $5 a day. Sounds simple enough. So stay tuned and let's get into how this can turn into $200,000, not just for me, but for you as well. All right, so that number blew my mind. If you invest $5 a day at the average stock market return, here's what happens. And I will throw out a disclaimer. I'm not a personal financial advisor. This is not personal financial advice. Your income and your situation is probably different. I'm just showing you general advice as to what I'm personally doing. So keep that and take that with a grain of salt that you put on your Mickey pretzel. So on year one, if you invest $5 a day, you're at $1,890. 10 years, $26,426. 20 years, $79,639. And after 30 years of putting $5 a day, assuming that average return rate of the stock market, you're at, drum roll please, $186,789. That's the power of compound interest. You just put in $54,000 of your own money over 30 years and it grows to almost $187,000 just by letting time do the work. This is the financial version of rope dropping a ride. You get ahead just by showing up early and consistently. Here's why this matters if you love theme parks. Disney vacations are not getting any cheaper, let's be real. Universal is going to continue to expand with exploding with Epic Universe goodness. And if you're a toy collector like me, it starts to add up. But when you're investing even a tiny amount every day, suddenly your Disney trips stop feeling like a financial hit and start feeling like something that you can count on consistently that you already prepared for. And that's something I want this community to have is joy with their own money that you've earned and put in there without having the anxiety of credit card and debt and things like that hanging over your head. So that's what I believe in. Here's what I'm doing personally because I'm in this as well. So over the next 6 months, yours truly, the DisWiz himself, does have some credit card debt. So over the next 6 months, I'm paying off all those credit cards. I've had it. You know what? We've got some new construction going on at the DisWiz Dollars Castle. You're getting out of here. Tired of seeing it. So every single one going to be gone in 6 months. Once that's done, I'm putting $500 a month into my brokerage account, which is also a fancy word for saying your investing account. I'm also doing the $5 a day challenge right along with this weekly show and this series. And every week on this show, I'm going to update you on my carousel of progress. No cap, no hiding, full transparency. How you like that? How you like them apples? So that's an introduction into the $5 a day challenge that I'm going to be doing over the course of this series. So I will put the rules of this challenge down in the comments or the description, so stay tuned for that. Again, I don't have any sponsors like SoFi or Robinhood unless they want to be. I'm open, so just keep that in mind when you are doing this. And again, this is the disclaimer. I'm not a personal financial advisor. Please note, you can lose money in the stock market. You can lose all your money in the stock market. On average, the stock market returns roughly around 6 to 7%, assuming an average annual rate of return over the course of the past 30 years. So just have to do it. Otherwise, the lawyers will get me. So just throwing that out. So that's the introduction into the $5 a day challenge. So make sure you follow along with my progress. And if you want to try it yourself, let me know down in the comments if you're going to try it. In this next segment of the weekly DisWiz Dollars show titled Wonderful World of Dollars, I'm going to go over in the future the magical market segment. So that's just going to be a segment where I go over what the Disney stock's doing, the Comcast, which if you didn't know, NBC Universal is owned by Comcast. It is a conglomerate. Yes, that's also the same as the cable company up in the north for all my friends up there. So just keep that in mind. So in the magical market segment, we're going to be going over all that. So stay tuned in the future for that. But today, I thought I'd go over some of the magical offers on Disney's and Universal's page for early 2026. As the recording of this video, it is November the 21st, 2025. So let's get into it. So some of the offers to note for the remainder of 2025 and early 2026. I always recommend to folks, and again, I'm not a travel agent, Disney travel agent, or anything like that. I'm just trying to give you some sound financial advice that saves me money when I go. That's the point of DisWiz Dollars, to have your money meet the magic. So I just went to Disney World special offers, and I'm going to start with Disney World. Later on down the road, as the weekly show continues to evolve, I will start including Disneyland because I do have plans to go over to the West Coast. But for all intents and purposes, we're going to look at Disney World. So you can now save up to $250 per night on a 4-night, 4-day room and ticket package from January 4th to July 25th, 2026. Pretty good. I would say one of the better offers is most people should take advantage of if you are going early 2026 is to save up to 25% on rooms this spring at select Disney Resorts Collection hotels. So it is for stays select nights January 4th to April 30th, 2026. One thing to note in particular that I saw with this offer is most of the time it's from Sunday to Thursday nights. So just kind of keep that in mind. You can still get a discount off the rooms, but the majority of the discounts that I'm seeing available do run from Sunday to Thursday nights. But that is a great offer. The one that I will probably end up taking advantage of because I am an annual pass holder is the 30% off for early 2026. It's actually 35% off this spring. So that one also runs from January 4th to April 30th, 2026. You do have some remaining offers like the annual pass holders, 30% on rooms this holiday season that runs pretty much from October 12th to November 20th, and then from November 23rd to December 25th, 2025, you get 30% off. But if you don't have an annual pass, you can still save. So you can save 20% on rooms this holiday season. Same dates, October 12th to November 20th, 2025, and most nights from November 23rd to December 25th, 2025. So you can do a non-discounted 4-day or longer standard theme park tickets, and apparently they'll give you a $100 Walt Disney World Resort Dining and Shopping promo card. So that's pretty good. There are discounts for our U.S. military members, annual pass holders again, if you want to stay at Alani. But those are the big offers that I would keep an eye out for is the 25% off in spring for non-annual pass holders, and for pass holders 35% off. Pretty good, and you still have some discounts that you can take advantage of through the rest of 2025. So like I said in the beginning of this video, this is going to be a weekly show for DisWiz Dollars, the wonderful world of dollars. It's a play on words if you didn't know that. For all my Disney fans, you will understand that. But super excited for this series because it does give some variation to what the goals of the channel are, what I'm going to start doing and evolving with content, because there's only so many times I can visit Disney and Universal without being boring like some other creators in the space. I'm just saying, it's not a bad thing. It's just very oversaturated. So if you like this show and you have some ideas that you'd like to see on the weekly show to have your money meet the magic, let me know down in the comments. Again, I'm going to put the description to the challenge down in the comments as well. Again, super excited for this show and everything that the future is going to hold. So as the recording of this video, my birthday is coming up on this weekend. So I always see it as the unofficial start to my new year. So super excited for 2026 content and beyond. Stay tuned because you probably will see a lot of surprises and different content than you're used to seeing on DisWiz Dollars. I used to only focus on the theme parks, but now it's kind of evolved into helping people have their money meet the magic. What are some recommendations? What are some ways to get there? because time is your most valuable resource. I actually put that in why I started DisWiz Dollars. So just keep that in mind when you are looking at things like theme parks and vacations. I'm going to tell you straight up, don't go into debt for Disney or Universal. It's not worth it. It's not fun. Earlier on when I was younger in my 20s, I did rack up a lot of credit card debt, and just now have started to claw my way out of it. Did the snowball method, so we can go over that in weekly episodes as well. So just keep that in mind and stay Disney, stay Universal, and I hope your money meets the magic. And I'll see you in the next episode.